What's going on, everyone? This is your Astrology Horoscope for Monday, May 13th, 2024. I'm astrologer Skyles, and welcome to the Moonbase. Hope you guys had a wonderful weekend, and for all you mothers out there, hope you enjoyed your day. This moon in Cancer for this Mother's Day all weekend was fucking perfect. So I hope it was absolutely great. Here we are. Not only the luckiest week of the year, but one of the most exciting weeks, right? So as we come into today, this moon's still in Cancer. It's going to try Neptune. And once the moon comes out of Cancer, moves into Leo, this moon is going to oppose Pluto retrograde for the first time since it's been retrograde. So there's a lot of interesting things coming up, a lot of unconscious stuff starting to surface, a lot of electricity in the air. And I think really what I think too is our dream states have been so active, and our subconscious and our dream states are at a peak level right now with Neptune at the 29th degree. So this moon trining Neptune is a very dreamy energy, okay? And at the same time that this moon is trining Neptune, bringing on this very beautiful, kind of dreamy but comfortable energy, because there is, like over the weekend, there was some moments that brought on some comfort along with the intensity. And it definitely was that. But this is a moment where it's just like, I think our dream states can be really active, and, as we're waking up, it's like, holy shit, it's kind of one of those nights. And this Neptune at 29 degrees has just been so interesting because there's just been a lot of breakthroughs of like illusions, of like really like reality coming to the forefront. And Saturn behind Neptune here in Pisces is really breaking these kinds of spells, these illusions, and just like really helping us like bring in this foundational energy with Saturn in Pisces. And I think too that with this Venus and its ruler of Taurus at 17, making a sextile today to Saturn and Pisces. So there's a lot of great energy between Venus and Saturn and this moon and Neptune right off the bat. There's this dreamy energy. There's this high frequency, high vibrational, creative, spiritual, dreamy energy. But this also this Venus and Saturn really supporting each other of like, okay, like, like, especially coming into this new moon we had last week and this Jupiter-Uranus conjunction, Venus and Saturn are saying we are ready to make our dreams real. We're ready to stabilize the vision, and there's definitely this sense of instability today with this Sun in Taurus, but there's this excitement of knowing like, damn, like there's so much opportunity. There's so many doors opening in our lives. But at the same time, it's like, this is coming from a divine place. It's like we've been building these ideas. We've been trying to manifest these ideas for such a long time. And it really has. We can look back to 2011 and where we were, what we've been growing, and the seeds that were planted then. Look back then and look where we're at now. It's like, with Venus being supported by Saturn today, it's like, I think there's a lot of agreements that could be had. Say, hey, like, we're doing this. We're fucking doing this shit. We're moving forward. We're ready to go. And it can really launch us into a kind of full blast mode with this Sun Uranus. It's like, whew, things are ready to really take off in a quick way, And it can feel like, oh shit, I don't know about this. But, if with the Sun Uranus energy, if you're in a place where it's like, man, I'm not sure about this, it's kind of, I don't know what's going to happen. You got to go with that. That's what you got to go with. That's the energy we got to go with today. And really through this whole week, and really through the past fucking 2 months, building up to this Jupiter-Uranus conjunction. Now the sun is like lighting up Uranus. The sun just crossed the same degree where the Jupiter-Uranus conjunction just happened. And now that Venus and Saturn are in strong support today, it's like, okay, we can very well start to have conversations where the handshake can occur, where it's like, okay, we're going to make this shit real. We're going to make this vision possible, and we're going to make it profitable. We're going to make it, valuable. We're going to increase the value. We have to have faith. from a spiritual place that this is why we are here. This is what we were meant to do in the first place, right? And I really do think that, like, there were seeds that were planted, that you planted in 2011, that are going to start to sprout up in your life. Big or small, it doesn't matter. But it's Jupiter, so it's probably pretty fucking big, you know, that are going to start to show up. And, you know, there has been, yeah, I know for some people, definitely friends that I have, and a few readings I had last week, like some really massive things and massive breakthroughs in people's lives, massive opportunities and massive doors opening up. You know, I've been experiencing some pretty amazing things behind the scenes here as well. It's like, damn, you know, my Venus is 20 degrees. So, I mean, I'm feeling blessed, you know, but it hasn't been easy. It's been a fucking wild ride. It's been a turbulent ride with Uranus. And this Sun Uranus is like, damn, you know, it's electric. It's almost like, you know, I grew up in the Midwest, so it's like when there would be storms at times, like it's like you could walk outside like in like tornado energy, and you could feel the static electricity like in the air, like right before the storm really fucking happens. You know, that's kind of like the current today. That's like the spiritual current like flowing through us, you know. But there's also this like dreamy, like visionary, creative element where we can really feel like, okay, I feel like the safe space today is that like soft energy. There's a softness coming into today, you know, because things are going to get more intense as we move throughout the day, right? So there's this static in the air. There's also this stability between Venus and Saturn, really wanting to move forward with creative projects, maybe some love in your life that is new and fresh, is saying, you know, like, I'm really into this. Like, I really think we should move forward with this energy that's happening between us, right? Or maybe, you know, partnerships where you've been in a relationship for a long time. Like, this is a very harmonious day where it's like, you know, wow, we can really start to see some beautiful things that are going to be sticking around for a long period of time, whether it is a relationship or some financial opportunity or some investment or, you know, some material thing that can start to really grow. And Venus and Saturn are really helping each other out a lot. And Mercury is out of shadow. So mentally, we're starting to get a hold of what the fuck we've been going through, you know. Mercury's at 27 degrees, so it's officially out of shadow as of yesterday, truly. But moving into today is like the first day where we can kick off on a Monday with Mercury fully out of shadow, not retrograde, you know, and really start to get a grip on our minds, right? And I think today, you know, as we come into today, things are looking really great. But the challenges here is when this moon comes into Leo, it's going to oppose Pluto, right? So this is a very intense aspect. And this is interesting because this is the first time the moon in Leo is opposing Pluto while Pluto's retrograde. So, you know, as much support as Venus and Saturn are giving each other today, and this Jupiter-Uranus that's really like, you know, bringing us new fucking downloads from out of nowhere. Definitely some new and exciting things can really trigger today, or unexpected things can pop up. Unexpected things in the world. We can definitely, you know, I mean, we've been seeing the whole, you know, Aurora Borealis thing. I mean, that's been beautiful. Like, that's very Sun-Uranus energy, Jupiter-Uranus energy. I mean, you know, unexpected, beautiful things. This is very Taurus. It's beautiful. It's unexpected. It's electric. Okay? It's a sign. It's a signal. All right? But at the same time, there's some intense, deep, emotional shit going on deep inside of us. You know, like I've been saying for the past week or so, it's like everything's happening over here in Pisces, Aries, and Taurus. Nothing is happening over here in Aquarius anymore. We went through a lot of Aquarius, Capricorn for the first few months of the year. So Pluto's just over here by itself, you know, and this moon in Leo opposing Pluto, it's like, as much amazing things are happening in our lives right now. And this Mars in Aries is really helping us push forward. It's going to get to the North Node here within the next 2 weeks and really launch us forward on our destiny of like, I know exactly where the fuck I'm going. I know why I'm going there, and I know what I'm not taking with me. Okay? But this moon opposing Pluto today can definitely bring up a lot of emotional conflict internally, whether it's within you, that's connected to your ego and where you feel disconnected, but how you want to express yourself, but also like, it can bring up jealousy. It can bring up, people trying to manipulate you or bring you down, just to some control issues. So there's this underlying aspect. It's underneath the surface, right? Underneath all of this amazing, beautiful shit going on. So that can definitely pop up, and it can be very triggering for some people. And we can see too as well. I mean, I'll just be real about this one, because this is fucking just human nature to begin with, is that, I see a lot of people leveling up. I see a lot of people expanding their lives in some amazing fucking ways right now with all of this beautiful energy over here. And the last sign of the zodiac and the first 2 signs of the zodiac, But there's also these people, who don't like to see people win, right? They will do whatever they can to fucking take it away from you. That's Pluto, retrograde in Aquarius, where they want to pull you down into their shit, and this moon in Leo saying, fuck that. Like, I'm over here. I'm going to be myself. I'm going to be my raw self. You want to fucking be in your own creepy little fucking Pluto retrograde Aquarius world. Like, you know what? I'm going to keep winning, and that's what we got to do today. We got to stay on the mindset of winning, because when we're in all of this energy, all this amazing Taurus energy, this Taurus stellium, Aries, Mars in Aries and its ruler coming onto the North Node, Neptune, for the first time we've ever witnessed in our lives at 29 degrees. And Venus and Saturn supporting each other. It's like, we don't want to let any negative emotions or jealousy or darkness or manipulation pull us into the fucking underworld today. We want to stay positive when this moon comes into Leo and hold your ground. Like I said, I did that, did the show with Frankie last week. And when Leo came up and we did the reading for Leo, I was like, Leo is like the fucking, rebel of the zodiac. Like, they're kind of the lone rangers, the lone wolves. They're not exactly, where they are used to being right now. So every time Leo energy or planets or luminaries, the moon and the sun, which are luminaries, not planets, have to face off with Pluto, these issues come up, and you can't let it pull you down into darkness, because there is, no matter what, no matter how much you're winning in life, there's always going to be people who are fucking jealous of you. There's always going to be people who have ulterior motives, which is Pluto, who on the surface, they'll fucking, rub your back while they fucking steal your spine kind of thing. Like, that's Pluto and Aquarius, and they want to pull you into anything that's like, hey, like, I see what you're doing, but, you should come over here with us, you don't need that anymore. You should come over here with us, we are doing the right thing, Aquarius, like, this is how you do it, even though what you got is fucking gold. You got to keep running with that. And you got to keep staying positive on this trajectory towards what this Mars North Node is going to carry us towards, what this Jupiter is expanding in our lives, and what this Uranus is suddenly awakening us to really move forward and start new things and innovate new ideas that are really going to bring a whole new material world in front of us that can be very beneficial, But there's always 2 sides to everything, right? There's the light and the dark. And with this moon opposing Pluto, there's definitely going to be a conflict of light and dark amongst all this amazing energy coming in for us now. So it's going to be an interesting fucking week. And this is one of this, last week, the Jupiter-Uranus week, last week with the new moon in Taurus, and these are the best weeks of the entire year. Period. Okay? Stay on top of that shit. Keep planting your seeds. Keep putting the vision out there in your mind, right? Because over these next 6 months, and this is what we got to remember, y'all. Like, someone asked me about this the other day, and it's like, look, things can happen very quickly, especially with Uranus, especially with Jupiter, right? But we have to keep in mind, this is Taurus, it's the seeds we plant. And this new moon that just kicked that off last week, you know, we're not gonna see the full seeds. We're not gonna really reap the full harvest until we get to the Taurus full moon in October and November, okay? That's how these moon cycles work. That's how eclipse cycles work. 6-month periods. But really, you could break it down into mini periods. But really, you got to keep putting it out there. Keep putting your vision out there. Keep putting the work in. Keep actually showing up each day and doing the physical work, because that's what Taurus does. And the more you do that and the more you stick with that, you're going to see the results show up over and over. And you have to take authority over your own shit, right? This is very connected to this Mars in Aries and its ruler, right? The Emperor card is the card of Aries. So you got to take your own authority, right? And there can be someone in your life who is helping you, like, telling you, saying, hey, like, you need to fucking, like, stay strong. You need to fucking keep your head up, right? Keep your head up. That is Aries. Keep your head up, right? And don't be afraid to just be yourself, you know? Even if there's energy that wants to pull you into a dark place, right? Or there's any energy that wants to suppress your true self. You know, we've been dealing with that with Chiron, a shitload. So, you know, you got to take your own authority, take your own action. No one's going to do it for you. The South Node in Libra, that's been the lesson with the South Node. No one's going to do it for you. You know, there's no relationship that's going to fix it. There's no other person who's going to, you know, make you better or fix the problem. You got to take your own authority with this Emperor card. And today is an exciting electric day, which is going to kick off one of the most biggest weeks of the fucking year, the luckiest day of the year, which we have one day out of the year where the Sun and Jupiter come together, right? So these past few weeks where we've had all of this Taurus energy build up to this moment before we go into Gemini season, I'm telling you, amazing things can start to show up in our lives. And definitely the seeds that were planted, we're going to be harvesting as we get to August in Leo season, when we get to the midpoint. And then by the time we get to fucking the Taurus full moon, it's on. We're going to know exactly. We're going to see how it all panned out. So today's an electric day. I hope you guys have a wonderful Monday. And if you're new here, subscribe to my channel, leave a comment, like this video, say what's up. My reading sale is still available, which is going into June. It'll be over June 21st, so go to my booking website, which you can click the link in the description of this video with all the links to all my social media platforms as well. If you do not follow me, say what's up there. And I will see you all tomorrow. Peace out. Have a good one.